Welcome back to our Express Beat the Winter Blues special from Solart Glass Studios in West Vancouver. Now, later on the show, I'm going to try my hand at some of these creations in the hot shop. But right now, as Sean Kingston says, the fire's burning on the dance floor. We're meeting the husband and wife team that are heating up the Fraser Valley with the Argentine Tango.
What I saw was very consistent with what I felt in class, actually. She was very smooth right from the start, well coordinated and graceful, super graceful.
When Bobby first saw Patricia dance, he felt a connection. That was 5 years ago. Now they're husband and wife and turned that connection into a traveling Argentine tango workshop.
Let's play in tango. Tap, 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 and step. Crossover and boleo and step. I invite her to step over. Close with contact or close without contact. And take 2 steps. 1, 2, pause.
We've been teaching together for a number of years on a part-time basis, but this year we've expanded to full-time, teaching across the Fraser Valley.
Followers, step back that way. That's right. Invite her to do a pasada over your foot.
So ladies, we step up and over the gentleman's foot. Well, we say you get the tango bug and it takes over your life and you want to dance more and as much as you possibly can. So we had a very successful business model here in Surrey and decided to take it on the road to some other locations, and so we could dance as much as we could.
For a big planeo, you need to go down, right? She can actually put a break on me by adding a little more attention towards my hand.
I think the Argentine tango is, I love all dancing, but Argentine tango is different. It has a lot of etiquette involved, so there's a lot of gentleness from the men that you're dancing with.
So, this is one moment where we might want to make eye contact, just briefly with the partner.
It gets you out. It gets, it gets you sometimes out of your comfort zone. It allows you to be with other people and gets you to socialize, especially if you work behind a desk. And it's just, bright and fun.
Bobby says dance experience is great to have, but for Argentine tango, it's almost better to be a beginner.
If you don't have tango experience, then, you're like a blank slate that gets superimposed by tango. And in that case, what you really get is a very individualized kind of tango. It's like your tango.
Bobby and Patricia's kind of tango is romantic, something their class marvels at.
They're marvelous. They're very encouraging. They're very talented. More importantly than that, I think they're very inspirational. So they really inspired their students to come out. They're getting more and more people. It's getting busier and busier.
It's like in the older movies, and they used to have like a lot of dancing and singing. It's like, but it's in real life and here in front of me. So it's kind of amazing.
When they, dance together and they show us how to do a move, you're always like, okay, you want to keep taking it because you want to learn how to do what they're doing.
Thank you. Now it's your turn.
Bobby might have been Patricia's teacher at first, but they won't give tango credit for getting them together.
It really helps that we have this common interest, but even that aside, she's a lovely lady, and I think she would have captured my heart one way or another.
In Surrey, I'm Melanie Pineda for The Express.
You can go to portalatango.com to find out about workshops in Surrey, Richmond, Abbotsford, and Chilliwack. Now, heat is the theme on today's Express, from sensual dance to spicy food to glass-blown creations. But up next, we're going to cool things off with a true taste of summer and meet a man who's been featured in the Wall Street Journal and Time magazine just for his gelato.
Any flavors you'd like to try? Chocolates are so good. They call this the G-spot of gelato because we use so much chocolate here.
He's the gelato guru of Vancouver.
So today we have a chocolate gelato and a very fresh mango sorbetto for you.
James Coleridge lives and breathes gelato. He uses old Italian methods to get the best flavor.
All I can tell you is it's to die for.
There you go.
James opened Bella Gelateria after graduating from Italy's Gelato University in Bologna. Now he's bringing the traditional old world gelato back to Vancouver.
We use a handcrafted process where we actually take the gelato out using this paddle as opposed to computers or systems. We use only in-season ingredients. We bring our cherries from the Okanagan, we bring our apples from the Okanagan, and we have this incredible shipment that I found of blood oranges, which are so succulent and red. And if you want to end up with a fresh gelato or sorbetto, you got to use fresh and real ingredients. You want to try some? Sure. Okay, guys, let's jump in on this. This is Torrencino. This is a honey nougat.
We lived in northern Italy, 45 minutes north of Venice. Best gelato I've had since we lived overseas.
James makes traditional gelato and some eclectic flavors like Akbar Mashi and this one.
Actually, black sesame seeds from Japan. It's gorgeous. Not good? Wow. Try some? Ooh. These are fresh mangoes that we just peeled.
I just saw them in the back, yeah.
Yeah,
those
try
ones.
that.
Okay.
I gotta try it too, actually. Not good?
And so your gelato actually takes a lot longer to make.
It's the slowest machine in the world, but it makes an artisan style. So it takes anywhere from 15 minutes up to 2 hours. Fresh is best.
There's bacon in this gelato. This would be the perfect morning gelato, no?
They call it the West Coast breakfast.
Hey, that's what I'm saying,
Get
yeah.
you some toast.
Yeah, get me some toast, and I'm ready to go.
Clearly, bacon chocolate is my favorite, but James is constantly coming up with new flavors, which he posts on Twitter.
We're constantly tweeting out our new flavors, and usually within 10 minutes, people are coming into the gelateria to get it.
With 20% less fat than ice cream, you can have your gelato and lick the spoon too. I'm Bianca Sotlerbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
In 2012, James will be representing Canada at the World Cup of Gelato in Italy. Awesome. You're watching our Express Beat the Winter Blues special, and we've got some more interesting local stories coming up.
After the break on The Express.
Here it is, our duet creation.
Yeah, it's a collaboration.
I love it. Solart Glass Studio in West Vancouver.
If my guard is here, I'm not defended.
Blood and Iron in New Westminster.
Lunch!
The Express. This is your local voice.
There's nothing else like this in the entire world.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Makeup services for Shaw TV, provided by Beauty Mark.
Training tips are brought to you by Team Diabetes.
More than 9 million Canadians are living with diabetes, including my older sister. She was diagnosed with type 1 when she was just 3 years old. I want to find a cure. She's my inspiration to run a half marathon in Iceland with Team Diabetes. The only problem is, I hate running. Ready?
How do you expect to run in those? The nicest thing to have when you're running in the rain is the proper gear. So you want to stay away from cottons. You want to have synthetic fabrics, so something that's either nylon or polyester based. Ball cap is good, keeps the water out of your eyes. Rain jacket, long tights, proper footwear.
I think you're going to want this.
Yeah, and it matches my other secret weapon. Fleece-lined tights.
Ooh, nice and warm.
So you want to think about safety measures when you're running in the rain. So you want to be very visible. So a headlamp is great, reflective gear is great, and you want to be able to hear things, so don't wear an iPod. I love running in the rain. Oh, it's so peaceful out here. I love it. It's great. No one's around. So you also want to plan your run route and stay away from slippery surfaces and debris. And the best thing about running in the rain?
Post-run hot chocolates. To donate or sign up, go to teamdiabetes.ca. For Shaw TV, I'm Johanna Ward. Welcome back to The Express at Solart Glass Studios in West Vancouver. Sol, how am I doing?
You're doing awesome.
Suggestions. Tell me what I can do to make this even better.
Well, you just kind of go around and you kind of like stop in there a little bit to center it, right? It's all about being centered. And so there, you see now you've centered the game, and now you can continue. You can keep rolling it, right?
I see what you mean. That it really is about flow, though. Hey, so you've got to let the glass tell me what to do, not tell it. It's like it's alive. It's alive. Yes, it is.
Yeah. This is the closest thing to water that we know. Come out, keep rolling, keep rolling. So we're gonna go like that.
I don't know how you're gonna make this into anything pretty.
Yeah, you go like that. You see?
I'm making an alien.
We're making something nice.
We're making something nice. I'm not sure what it is, but
everything is always
cool.
nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, what did you say? It's like it's your baby every time.
Yeah, yeah. Every time it's just like a baby. You always love it.
Here it is, our duet creation.
Yeah, it's a collaboration.
I love it. And you can find out more about Saul's work at his website. As he mentioned earlier, this is an art form that's been around for over 5,000 years. And we're going medieval with our next Beat the Winter Blues story at New Westminster's New Western School of Martial Arts.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Lunch! Lunch! Lunch!
Stepping onto the mat at Blood and Iron Martial Arts School is like stepping back in time.
So guard and guard. If my guard is here, I'm not defended. If my guard is up here, I'm defended. We're a school of historical European swordsmanship. And so what we primarily specialize in is teaching the arts of Europe in the Renaissance and medieval arts that they had documented at times. Cut! Cut! When people come here, they're studying everything from historical dagger, longsword, rapier, side sword, messer, slash-dussac, spear, all these great weapons you would find in museums around the world.
Lee co-owns Blood and Iron with his fiancée, Nicole.
Everybody adapts to their own fight style eventually. You can teach somebody the basics, and then they sort of have to adapt it to themselves, and sort of watching a fighter develop. And you know, when they actually start sparring with you and coming up with that great move, and, oh wow, you got me, it was awesome. And you know, being able to see that you've been able to teach them that and give them something.
They get on the mat and they start working. And by the time it's 2 hours is gone, they're relaxed and they're into it, they're smiling, they leave smiling, they're thanking you. It's a very enriching experience.
It's enriching for the students as well.
As he makes his thrust, I'm in.
There's nothing else like this in the entire world. You grow up as a kid watching movies, reading books, seeing photos, seeing pictures, and you look at that and you wonder, that's amazing, I want to know what that's like.
You're right here and you're not thinking about, you know, what happened at work today or what you're going to do tomorrow or, you know, that thing somebody said. It's just you're just focused in the moment and you're right here and it's all that matters.
From here, I extend my blade out with step and make a thrust to the armpit.
Lee travels regularly to international sword fighting competitions and has amassed quite a collection of gear.
There is really nothing like a quality sword. When you pick up something that's just an absolute piece of beauty and craftsmanship, you can see the quality of the steel, the weight, the feel, and you can see how much someone's put into it. The craftsmanship is what I love the most.
He also loves working and sparring with Nicole.
There is a competition. Lee and I are very competitive people, so you know we'll you know trade back and forth, and even you know we'll be playing around. I don't let him get away with anything, and he doesn't let me get away with anything. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And this kind of practice may be a good idea, as there will be sword fighting at their upcoming wedding. In New Westminster, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty nice.
If you think it looks intimidating, don't worry. The first step when you sign up to learn sword fighting at Blood and Iron is do a one-on-one session where you learn all the basics. It takes about 2 hours. And for more ideas on how to spend your time, we've got today's Express Spotlight. There's something at Celtic Fest for everyone, from music to dance to film to storytelling and so much more. Take a free meditation class and develop a daily practice of concentration through meditation. Vancouver Theatre Sports League puts on an improvised Broadway-style musical every Wednesday on Granville Island. And that's it for our Beat the Winter Blues Express special from Solart Glass Studios in West Vancouver. Now, since the theme of today's show was about warming things up, we want to let you know as well that the City of Vancouver is calling for donations of blankets and warm clothing, and you can drop those off at the Gathering Place or in the lobby of City Hall. We're going to leave you with a look at a multimedia project called Dreamland that's on at the Richmond Oval, and we'll see you next time.